Welcome back to the Sub-EM podcast, or welcome back to Unversed. Hosting the Sub-EM podcast. Well, I don't know about hosting, but I am. Well, yeah, hosting, but I am. My name is Adrian, known as Ariane, as well, and we're about to get started, man. Just recently there's been an update on WordPress where I usually host my podcast, so it's a little different and I haven't really checked it out, how it works and stuff, but it seems like I'm having issues again with putting the podcast on iTunes, so I don't know. It might take a while for me to get used to it. It might not. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But you can still listen to me / watch me on YouTube. So that ain't gonna stop us, right? What happened is it got stuck. We're gonna start off with alright, so if you don't know first of all, if you don't know what if you're new to the podcast, just a little quick rundown of what we do here is first I start off with a little bit of soccer talk where we go over the Spain, Germany, France, Italy, and then the 5 major super leagues of Europe. We see what's going on with the teams and where they're at, how the tables are going, and then we do a couple of stories of what's going on in the football world, soccer world, whatever you want to call it, and then we move on with whatever's going on, I want to say in the staying on the whole what Unversed is about. If you see the logo, it's got like music, films, movies, video games, and whatnot. So pop culture, whatever you want to call it. We'll go with news. What's going on in the news with those 4 categories, So yeah. So for just a little, if you want to skip soccer talk, you give no rats, you give no fucks about the football world. Then just a little heads up, you can skip over to the rest of the podcast, or I want to say like part 2 of it, the second half of it. I'll have a little time frame, so just check out the description box below, right? So you can just skip over it. And just a little preview of what we're going to be talking about today is we got Sonic the Movie Hedgehog, first look into it. We got 2 nuns accused of embezzling $500,000 from a Catholic school to gamble in Las Vegas. We got Geralt coming to Monster Hunter. We've got a little bit more of Super Smash Bros. Talk. What is going on is hilarious. It's about something with the princesses and their let's say panties. The panty shots, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It's hilarious, man. So I mean, if I can find the story, we'll I don't know if I saved it or not. It's like the tab or something, but we'll see. Then we got like a little bit of like what was the best music of 2018 and for you guys, and I mean what artists to look for in 2019. That's a little more of a not much of a talk, but more or not much to say because that's very opinionated, I guess. And we're just gonna see what's going on. I don't know. We'll see where that leads. But that's what we got. So, if you just want to skip over to what we'll be talking about there, then that's cool. Just description box below. It'll have the little time link. You can do that. But for now, let's start off with like I said, the leagues for soccer talk. We'll be starting off with, what was that? Primera División for my people from Spain. Well, look at this. This was an update. Update in the app. All right. Here we go. So we're just going to go top 6 teams because That's like Europa League qualification, Europa League, and Champions League qualifications. So, on the sixth spot, we got Levante with 22 points, Deportivo Alaves in fifth with 24 points. In fourth, Real Madrid gets up there a little bit, slowly but steadily, with 26 points. In third, we got Atletico Madrid with 28. They are tied with Sevilla for second, who also have 28 points. And first is Barcelona with 31. Now, interesting matchups here. The last weekend, in the past weekend, we have Friday, December 7th. Leganes ties with Getafe 1-1. Saturday, December 28th. We're gonna run through this real quick if you can tell. Saturday, December 8th. Atletico Madrid wins 3-0 against Deportivo Alaves. Valencia and Sevilla tie 1-1. Villarreal 2-3 against with Celta Vigo. Espanyol and Barcelona. Barca wins 4-0. I believe there was like 2 free kicks from Messi. I don't know who else scored, but Messi. I remember there was talk about this. Ranked 5th for Ballon d'Oro, and this guy's still doing this. 2 free kicks. He scored 2 free kicks there. I believe they were pretty good as well. So it is Messi. So maybe he can make a comeback next year. We already talked about Ballon d'Oro. It was a little, iffy. Why Luka Modric won that, but we're not even gonna get into that anymore. So December 9th, Eibar and Levante tie 4-4. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty good. Huesca loses 0-1 against Real Madrid. Real Sociedad loses 1-2 against Real Valladolid. Real Betis wins 2-0 against Rayo Vallecano. Moving on to Serie A, Italy. Top 6 teams here. Torino in 6th with 22 points. 5th, Lazio with 25. In 4th, AC Milan with 26. In 3rd, Inter Milan with 29. Napoli in 2nd with 35. And 1st is Juventus with 43. Still running away with it. I think they're doing better now than PSG in their own league, which is pretty interesting. December 7th, Friday, Juventus plays El Clásico with Inter Milan. That's Clásico for me. They win 1-0. Saturday, December 8th, Napoli wins 4-0 against Frosinone. Cagliari and Roma tie 2-2. Lazio and Sampdoria tie 2-2. Sunday, December 9th, Sassuolo and Fiorentina also tie 3-3. Parma Calcio against Chievo Verona tie 1-1. Udinese loses 1-3 against Atalanta. Empoli wins 2-1 against Bologna. Genoa and Spal 2013 tie 1-1. AC Milan and Torino tie as well 0-0. Man, that's a lot of ties today. A lot of ties this weekend in Serie A. Couldn't really catch the Juventus Inter Milan game, but I sure wanted to see that. Maybe pretty interesting, man. In 6th, Hertha Berlin. Oh, Bundesliga. In 6th, we got Hertha Berlin with 23 points. 5th, Frankfurt with 23. 4th, Leipzig with 25. In 3rd, Bayern Munich, 27 points. They're getting backed up there as well. Slowly but steadily, just like Real Madrid. In 2nd, Borussia Mönchengladbach with 29. And in 1st, Borussia Dortmund with 36 points. Yeah. It's going to come close here, I can tell. It ain't going to be an easy win for Dortmund on this one. But I can see them pulling them off. Friday, December 7th, Werder Bremen wins 3-1 against Fortuna Düsseldorf. 3-1, did I say that? I don't know. Saturday, December 8th, Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim tie 2-2. Freiburg 3-0 against Leipzig. Bayer Leverkusen wins 1-0 against Augsburg. Schalke 04 loses 1-2 against Borussia Dortmund. That should have been a good game. Bayern Munich wins 3-0 against Nuremberg. Hertha Berlin wins 1-0 against Frankfurt. And on Sunday, December 9th, Mainz 05 tie with Hannover 96. Borussia Mönchengladbach wins 3-0 against Stuttgart. Yeah. Good for Munich. Good for Dortmund. Leverkusen. Good job for them. Yep, that's Bundesliga right there for you. League One. I mean, we already know what's going on right here. Top 4 teams for this one is Lyon in 4th with 28. Man, they went down. Come on. 3rd, Montpellier with 29. Lille in 2nd with 31. And in 1st, PSG with 44. Getting back up with the wins after 2 draws in the past 2 games. PSG. Where are we at? They played Wednesday, December 5th. So Lyon loses 0-2 against Rennes. Bordeaux wins 3-2 against Saint Etienne. Caen loses 1-2 against Nimes. Dijon 2-1 against Guingamp. Reims 0-1 against Toulouse. Nantes 3-2 against Marseille. Oh man, Marseille lost that one. Strasbourg ties 1-1 against PSG. And this was that was weird. They had a weird schedule. Saturday, December 8th, Rennes wins 2-0 against Dijon. Guingamp loses 1-2 against Amiens. Sunday, December 9th, Strasbourg they tied 2-2 against Caen, and Lille tied 1-1 against Reims. My French pronunciation is not so great, but we getting there. So yeah, there you have it. Also, PSG did tie. Okay, so they didn't win. Okay. Alright, I was confused there for a bit with League One, but moving on to Premier League. Alright, Premier League, we got top 5 teams. Just a little heads up though, I want to name my team, Manchester United. They're in 6th with 26 points. They actually had a good game their last game. They actually had a good game against Fulham. So moving on, 5th is Arsenal with 34 points. They are tied with Chelsea, who are in 4th with 34 points, and I believe they had a good weekend as well. Tottenham in 3rd with 36 points, and Manchester City goes down to 2nd with 41. While Liverpool goes up in 1st by 1 point with 42. So, yeah, I believe there was a debate whether who's going to get the first loss, Liverpool or Manchester City, somewhere going on. And, well, just when they said that, Man City loses. So, they le tiraron la sal, how we say it in Mexico. Alright. Where are we at? Wednesday, December. I actually played Wednesday, December 5th. And Tuesday, December 4th. Yeah, because Chelsea lost on Wednesday. I remember that. So we'll go from there. Tuesday, December 4th. We had Bournemouth win 2-1 against Huddersfield. Brighton wins 3-1 against Crystal Palace. West Ham beats Cardiff City 3-1. And Manchester City beats Watford 2-1. Wednesday, December 5th, Liverpool wins 3-1 against Burnley. Fulham and Leicester tie 1-1. Wolves beats Chelsea 2-1. Everton and Newcastle tie 1-1. Man United and Arsenal tie 2-2. Tottenham beats Southampton 3-1. Now, Saturday, December 8th, Liverpool wins 4-0 against Bournemouth. Manchester United wins 4-1 against Fulham. Arsenal wins 1-0 against Huddersfield. Burnley wins 1-0 against Brighton. Cardiff City wins 1-0 against Southampton. West Ham wins 3-2 against Crystal Palace. Chelsea beats Manchester City 2-1. Tottenham wins 2-0 against Leicester City. Sunday, December 9th, Wolves beat Newcastle 2-1. And that is Premier League action for you. I believe we got Champions League coming up this week. The games are... Where are they at? I believe this is the last one. I'm not so sure, but... The last one before qualifying rounds. Let's see. There's 4 teams they play. No, there's a couple more games. There should be a couple more matches. There should be, but alright. Well, anyways, we got just on Tuesday, December 11th. We got Galatasaray versus Porto. I think we'll do a little bit of prediction as well. I'll do a little bit of prediction of who's going to win this week. So we'll see. For this one, I think Porto can win this. Then we got Schalke 4 versus Lokomotiv Moscow. Could be, I can see a draw, but if anything, Schalke 4 can win. Club Brugge and Atletico Madrid. I have Atletico Madrid winning that. Monaco versus Borussia Dortmund. PSG versus Red Star. PSG. Inter Milan versus PSV. Inter Milan. Liverpool versus Napoli. I got Liverpool. Because Napoli can tie. I don't think they can beat them though. Barcelona and Tottenham. Let's go with. I mean, I think Barca's gonna take this Champions League. I don't know why. I have a feeling for some reason Messi's gonna do something for revenge. Wednesday, December 12th. We got Real Madrid against Moscow. I think Real Madrid can win that one. Victoria Plzen versus Roma. Roma takes it. Valencia and Manchester United. If they don't tie, Manchester United can win. Ajax versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich for sure. Young Boys and Juventus. Shakhtar Donetsk and Lyon. Man City versus Hoffenheim. Man City can take that. And Benfica versus Athens. Benfica. Sorry, my team from Athens. I was rooting for you guys, but it ain't happening. Oh man, I need some water already. Yeah, it should be. Oh yeah, it's their last one. It's their last one before. Yeah, that's it. And then it's qualifying. So as of right now, in Group A, we got Atletico Madrid with 12 points, Borussia Dortmund with 10, Club Brugge with 5, and Monaco with 1 point. So yeah, Atletico Madrid definitely qualifies. And Dortmund. Yeah, there's no way they're not going to qualify. Group B, Barcelona with 13 points, Tottenham with 7, Inter Milan with 7, and PSV with 1. So I said Barcelona was going to be Tottenham and Inter Milan can be PSV. So I see Inter Milan getting that second spot. For sure, yeah. For sure. Barca qualifies for sure. And I see Inter Milan coming in at second. Group C, we got Napoli in first with 9 points, PSG in second with 8, Liverpool in third with 6, and Red Star in fourth with 4 points. Who's playing? PSG and Napoli, Liverpool and Red Star. So here we have, let's see, trying to do the math real quick. PSG is going with Napoli. PSG can, oh man, Napoli can actually, they would have to tie PSG or, I mean, they can beat them possibly. It's going to be a good game. I'm not going to lie. And Liverpool, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Liverpool, so Napoli, in order for Liverpool to make to like qualify, they have to win, which I think they can against Red Star. And then Napoli has to win. Or tie, but no, they have to win. Napoli has to beat PSG in order for Liverpool to qualify. Yeah. Because even if they tie by goal difference, PSG is gonna advance. So Liverpool is hoping for Napoli to win. Group D. Yeah, Group D, Porto and Schalke 4 already qualified. No way Galatasaray and Lokomotiv can do anything about it. So that's that. Bayern Munich in Group E, Bayern Munich is in first with 13. Ajax is in second with 11. Benfica is in third with 4 points, and Athens is in fourth with 0. Munich and Ajax already qualified that one, so that's that. Group F, you got Man City with 10 points, Lyon in second with 7 points, Shakhtar Donetsk with 5 points in third, and Hoffenheim in fourth with 3 points, so they're out. Man City is qualified. They advance, and it's all Lyon and Shakhtar Donetsk. Who's playing who again? I forgot that one. Let me see. Man City against Hoffenheim. So Man City against Hoffenheim, that's just a game for that. Lyon can, I don't think Man City's gonna lose against Hoffenheim, so they'll stay on top. But if anything happens, Lyon can tie, but goal difference. Yeah, either way, Man City's staying on top. So it's all in the game of Lyon versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Whether Shakhtar Donetsk can win, they have to beat Lyon in order to qualify for second to advance with second place. But I don't see that happening. If anything, I see Lyon tying that game or winning that game. So I think they're going to advance. Group G, we got Real Madrid with 12 points in first, Roma in second with 9, Victoria Pleasant in third, and Moscow in fourth with 4 points. They're tied with third with 4 points. So there's no way they can advance. So it's all Roma and Real Madrid. It's just whether... Now, even if Roma ties with 12 points against Real Madrid, goal difference, Real Madrid staying on first. So that's it. Real Madrid stays in first, Roma stays in second, and they advance. Group H, we have Juventus in first with 12 points, second Manchester United with 10, Valencia in third with 5, and in fourth is Young Boys with 1. No way Valencia and Young Boys can catch up to that. So it's either Juventus and Man City, flip-flop positions, which one advances from first and which one advances from second. And with Manchester United playing Valencia and Juventus playing Young Boys, I think Juventus is going to get that W easily, so they're staying in first, and Man City is advancing with second. A couple games are important. Some games are really important, others are not, but that's that with the leagues. We'll see what happens in Champions League for Tuesday and on Wednesday. And after that, I will make my own prediction table, just like the World Cup, of what teams will be advancing and which one will win and stuff. All that good prediction stuff for the Champions League. Welcome back to the 7 a.m. podcast at Unversed. This is episode number 25. And just a little heads up, if you want to skip soccer talk, because we are about to start some soccer talk. If you want to skip to the other part of the 7 a.m., which is, we're going to be talking about something about movies. It's like the Hedgehog movie. We're going to talk about 2 nuns accused of embezzling $500,000 from a Catholic school to gamble in Las Vegas. Las Vegas. And Geralt coming to Monster Hunter. Best music of 2018. And we got something really quick on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So if you want to skip over and just listen to that stuff, I will have a little time link under the description box below. I can't talk today for some reason. I don't know why. And you can just click on that and skip over. But we are going to be oh my god. We are going to be starting Soccer Talk right now. I got 3 things to talk about here tonight. One's real fast, so we'll get that right out of the way. It is Ronaldo. He challenges Messi to come to Italy. He said, "I ain't afraid of Messi. I don't know if this is the quote unquote quote, but if you want to, let's do the quote unquote. So just recently, he was able to interview his first interview, I believe, with a sports magazine from Italy called Corriere dello Sport. Yeah, sounds about right. And he launched a new challenge saying, "I'd like him to come to Italy one day." All right, so he had an exclusive interview with the Italian newspaper Corriere dello Sport, which is entitled Cristiano Ronaldo for the first time to talk with the king. Ronaldo says the Champions League shouldn't be an obsession for Juventus, but a dream, like the Decima, the 10th Champions League for Real Madrid. The Juventus is a true family. He also said that Juventus is different from Real Madrid because they're more of a family. They treat each other more of a family. I believe that's what he said, and I can believe that. Italians are more like that, I think, compared to Spaniards. Plus, if you saw the Netflix documentary for Juventus, I mean, it seemed that way. Like they all cared for each other and stuff more than like. I mean, you've already heard me talk about Real Madrid, how bad how bad it is to just play there. But not entirely. I mean, you're playing for Real Madrid, but like the behind the scenes, you know. He said, "I've never been afraid of Messi. I have won in all the big leagues I've been. I've played in England, Spain, Italy, Portugal, in the national team while he is still in Spain. Maybe he needs more. For me, life is challenging." Okay, so he said, while he is still in Spain, maybe he needs more. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so he's saying Messi has always been in Spain and he's still in Spain, which is true. That's where he started out. I mean, I'm not too quite sure about how Messi started. I believe he had some issues with his leg when he was a kid, when he was a boy. So like around 13 years old, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know. Barcelona said they saw him and they said, "Wow, this kid is good." At 13 years old and he's this great and he's got something like his leg isn't even 100%. Maybe he can do more. Maybe he could become more in the future. So I believe they said they would take care of him, pay for everything, all his medical needs. So I think Messi just feels like he owes them a lot, so he might not want to move. That's loyalty, I guess, for him, in a way. But I don't know. So then Ronaldo keeps on saying, "For me, life is a challenge. I like it and I like to make people happy. I would like him to come to Italy one day. Like me, accept the challenge. Oh, come one day like me and accept the challenge. However, if he is happy there, I respect him. He is a fantastic player, a good guy, but I don't miss anything here. This is my new life and I'm happy." So, he challenges him to go to Italy, play in a different league. We've said it before here at Submian that every league plays different. And every league is, even if they are super leagues, like the ones that we usually talk about, I mean, compared to each one is better than the other. I think I can agree that one is more competitive than the other. But like I said, they all play different. They have different styles. And yeah, Ronaldo has been in Portugal. That's where he started out with Sporting Portugal. Then he moved down to Manchester United. Played in the English Premier League. From there, he goes to Spain, plays Real Madrid, and from there he goes off to Juve, which is where he's at right now, Italy. But I mean, honestly, like at the time when he was in Manchester United, he went to Manchester United was big. It was strong. It was a strong team. And yeah, you can see them winning, you know. Then he goes to Real Madrid, and Real Madrid was a dominant dominant team for a while. You know, they won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. You know, and now he goes to Juventus, which is Juve's been probably the strongest Italian team. You know, not a lie. Plus, they've dominated Serie A for like quite some time already, a couple years now. So it's like, yeah, you went to Italy for a challenge, but you went to Italy with the strongest team. So it's like, is it much of a challenge? Is it really that much of a challenge? Yeah, the Italian league plays different, but I believe when we ranked the leagues, we said Premier League was at the top, then La Liga, then I don't know. Aldo said, I probably think he probably put Bundesliga and then Serie A. No, I would put Serie A, then Bundesliga, and then League One, just the competitiveness wise. But then again, like those last 3 are like really similar, man. Like now, I don't want to say like similar playing style, but like similar competitively. Like we said, Serie A in Serie A, Italy, Juventus has dominated for I don't know how many years. You know, they've always been winning. And even you can say League One, yeah, PSG dominates, but like just last season they won, but the season before that, Monaco won. You know? So at least they didn't dominate like Juventus did with Serie A. And it goes the same with Bundesliga. Bayern Munich has been dominating for a while, but I mean Borussia has won a couple there. I believe somebody else won as well. I'm not too sure, but I'm not gonna look it up and stuff. But yeah, like in I mean even then La Liga, like you have Spain, Barcelona and Real Madrid usually the ones that dominate, but at least one is winning over the other. You know, it's not like consecutively. And then you got sometimes Atletico Madrid winning there, Sevilla, you know. So it's a little couple of different. And then English Premier League, it's like there's no dominance there. It's like you got 5 big teams there always competing, or 6 big teams always competing for that spot, you know. And even then, Leicester City wins as well. So like that's crazy. You know, a team like that to win it's out of nowhere, you know. It's RKO out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm just trying to say, like, Ronaldo goes to Italy for a challenge, but he goes to Italy with Juventus, who's dominant, who's been out of all the leagues, they dominated their league. You know, that's the team that dominated their league. I mean, if you went to like, I don't know, AC Milan or Inter Milan or even like Roma or something, you know, like help a different team win the league. You know, help a different team that hasn't won for a while. Then yeah, you are taking a challenge there. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm just saying. But then again, you can just say like, well, those other teams can't afford Ronaldo. Like only Juve can afford Ronaldo, but that's because they dominated. You know. But if he's willing to, you know, take honestly, if he's willing to take the challenge, and then for me, a challenge would be going to a team that hasn't won the league for a while. So if I really wanted a challenge and I was him, I would have gone with like AC Milan, you know, or Inter Milan at least. One or the other. If you wanted to really challenge, then yeah, go with like Roma or who else? Who else could? I mean, you don't want to go as low as like, you know, one of the bottom teams because you don't want to risk it, you know. It's a little going too far, but yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's a challenge. Going to Juve isn't much of a challenge. The challenge for him, I guess, is playing in a different league. But you went to a team that's like on top. That's like it's like no challenge there for. Honestly, there's no challenge for me there. But I mean, I do get what he's saying. Like, if I was a professional player and I didn't really give a damn about money, I'd probably do that too. You know, just like playing different leagues just for a challenge. You know, because they do play different styles. You know, but But yeah, I mean, if you want to side with Messi and say like, he doesn't have to like, stay loyal to a team like Barcelona. I mean, that's fine too. It's safe. It's safe, but it's a good way to be. It's a good way to stay safe because Barca is actually a team that, you know, I wouldn't mind going to play there as well. It's like, and I even said it like, my favorite team from La Liga is Real Madrid, but if I was a professional soccer player, if please calm down, if. And my choice was either, and I've said it with Neymar, my choice is either Real Madrid or Barcelona. I would definitely go with Barcelona, 'cause I don't know. Just because of like what I've seen happens in Real Madrid, what they do, how they treat with their players, so. But yeah, that's just my little thing on Ronaldo, challenging Messi to go to play in a different league. I mean, like, dude, yeah, you can challenge him, but like, you didn't take much of a challenge either, You did, but you didn't. That's what I'm trying to say. Now let's move on with a little thing we call voting. Normally I would, it's not much of a vote because there's nobody here. And even then, when Aldo was here, there's not much of a vote either because it's like me and him as well. So, but the question would have been, do Manchester United still need Pogba? Now, if you saw Manchester United versus Fulham, they won 4-1. And they didn't use, I don't think I'm pretty sure they didn't use Pogba in that game. I think he was benched. They used other players to play in his position. And, I mean, the results were great, Obviously. And there's a huge difference. They finally got their win after, like, I think 3 weeks of tied games, I want to say. Could be wrong, but, it's around there, 2 or 3. They finally get their win. But yeah, they, what was it? Nemanja Matic says, like, I don't know if you realize, but, like, whenever he plays with Pogba ends up losing the ball so quick or something. It's been seen around. It's been talked about. And then Matic has to, man, am I saying that right? Nemanja has to, like, get his back pretty much. He has to leave his position in order to try to fix Pogba's mistakes, where then it causes chaos and like the formation is all off afterwards and the play style is off, and then plays can happen and they can get scored on, stuff like that. But who else played that game? I'm trying to think like who else played that game. But yeah, that stuff happens. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Ooh, man, it's good to. This is what I like about looking up the stories and stuff. But I mean, I have it here, so let's see. I'm trying to skim through this. So Marone Fellaini and Pau Pogba had more minutes together during the second half as United combated Fulham's comeback attempts. This during the game. Was going to the game. Mourinho walked into the throng of players and associates on the United bench and came out with Scott McTominay. So yeah, he went with someone else instead of Pogba, putting Pogba in the game. In the ongoing battle between Mourinho and Pogba, the young Scot has often been used as a proxy. He was the one chosen to start against Huddersfield last season when United won 2-0 against Mourinho. First made a big impact in dropping the club's most expensive player into the bench. So that was the first time. He was used again a few weeks later ahead of Pogba and Seville in a moment that jolted most observers, and on Saturday, his 22nd birthday, he was gifted a late run out ahead of the French World Cup winner. The game was won by that stage. United were given the platform they needed to win by hard work engine from Nemanja Matic and Ander Herrera. That's what I was trying to think of. Matic, it must be said, is playing a lot better without Pogba around. So, like I was saying, Pogba loses the ball more often than the Serb, who usually ends up covering for him by trying to win it back. Matic excelled from deep. His distribution was high-class throughout. Herrera, meanwhile, is a technically sound and aggressive footballer, perfect for scampering around a Jose Mourinho midfield. United finally looked the part. So yeah, they I mean, if you saw the game, they looked like a good Man United team. This was their best performance of the season, and that level of performance got the result it merited. It can't be easy from a confidence viewpoint at the moment, considering that the last time they won Premier League was at the start of November, and since then they had not only failed to beat Manchester City and Arsenal, but also Crystal Palace and Southampton. That was like 4 games right there. The last thing Mourinho United could face would be a slip up against the league's bottom side, but they got the job done. Okay, so Ashley Young, I'm trying to read that. Ashley Young ran from roughly that area, past Dennis Odoi, scored better. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you can see players performed better. Manchester United performed better without Pogba. So do they need him? Well, here's what I think. If Manchester United is going to do something about like whether they get rid of Pogba or Mourinho, this is how I see it. I see this. I'm gonna compare this to a restaurant. So Mourinho is the coach. He is the head chef. It's gonna be a weird way to put it, but bear with me and check this out. So he is the head chef, and all the players, they're pretty much like the cooks. You know, his staff, his cooks. So Pogba is just the cook. Now here's the thing. Mourinho is a big name, and these days in football, you don't hear much about. Like I don't even know much about coaches, but you don't hear about coaches being great. I mean, look at what happened around Madrid. They sacked with Lopetegui, and they had a hard time. They had a hard time finding a coach. They went off with what was it, the assistant coach or something? I don't know, but it's hard to find a coach when you sack one. When you fire one, it's hard to find one. Players, it's not hard to find. I mean, you see players everywhere, especially star players, good players. But Pogba, some people think he's good, some people don't think he's good. I think he's all right. He's pretty good. He's a good player if you know how to use him. If he has the attitude, he has the right attitude, then he could be a good player. He can be a great player. Thing is though, he's kind of like today's soccer players. Like today, he's not. They're not like today's soccer players are not like back then. They're a little bit more of a on the cocky side, more of the yeah, I'm good. I deserve this. You know, it's kind of like the comment of, and I'm not disagreeing with Mbappe because he's right. If you're good, you play. You know, it has nothing to do with age. But if you're good, you get to play. You get to start. But that attitude is what I'm talking about. You know, like Pogba is probably thinking like, man, I'm good. You know, I can't be replaceable. It's like any cook. You know, I've been here for many years. It's like if you were working in the kitchen, I've been here for many years. There's no way I can be replaced. Or if you're one of those young bucks, you're like, I got so much vision. I've got so much creativity. There's no way this guy can replace me. Thing is, there's a bunch of people just like that. There's a bunch of players out there who are just as good, or probably even better, who have a better attitude. There's a bunch of young bucks out there, just like that, man. So players can be replaced. Even if you think you're irreplaceable, I'm sorry to tell you, man, but players are replaceable. They can easily just let Pogba go and fill his position, as you saw. Just this past game, they didn't even use him. They just replaced him with someone else, and look at that. They won a game 4-1. They won 4-1. That's how they should have been winning the past 2 games. I think it was against Southampton and Bournemouth. I don't know. I believe so. But those two games should have been easy wins like that. But with a coach, it's different. You can't just replace a coach. I mean, you can, but you're not gonna get like a good coach probably. Coaches are hard to find these days, especially good coaches. Like Mourinho's a big name. Just saying, like, it's a big name. So, plus he has tons of experience. It's like, I mean, if it comes down to if Pogba thinks that Mourinho can be replaced, like he's wrong, dude. Because they could sack him, but then Manchester United could be like looking for somebody else, a good coach. A good, well-known coach, one with a big name, just like his, and that coach could just be like, "No, I don't need that. I don't need that job. I don't need to go there. I don't need to play for Manchester. I don't need to coach for Manchester United." I mean, look what happened to Real Madrid. They they had who was it, Conte, I think, I don't know. They had somebody in mind, and he had a couple of stipulations, but then at the end he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna say no to that." Like, he said no to coaching for Real Madrid. So like, if there's coaches out there who will say no to coaching Real Madrid, imagine with Manchester United, they're gonna be like no, man. So it's like that. But a player could just be like, oh yeah, they can fire, they could like let go of Pogba, and then they can easily find another young buck who's willing to play, from the bench, and then just get somebody else to sit in the bench. So it's like, this is my little opinion right there, man. Players are replaceable, whereas coaches not so much. It's like I said, in the kitchen, it's hard to find a head chef, a good chef, a good head chef. But cooks, they're replaceable, because with the chefs you can find there's well-known chefs out there. There's well-known name big guys, chefs, coaches, well-known out there that are good, but they could just easily say no to working at that place. Whereas cooks, you can find them anywhere. Cooks/players, you can find them anywhere, man. I know I'm like blabbering stuff about that, and it sounds ridiculous, but that's reality. That's the reality of it. I was one of those people who were like, no way can they play somebody like that. But there's no way they can replace, like me or somebody like that. But it's replaceable. But at the end, Pogba's gonna have to be like, you know what, I gotta go find another team. You have to deal with the fact that it's like, they ain't gonna offer much, but you got nowhere else to go. So it's like, stick with it, So it's either he gets his shit together, or, see ya, man. That's how it is. That's how the world goes. It's not beautiful, but it's how it is. All right, so let's move on with what's going on in movies. I got my laptop for these, so we can look at stuff. First one, we get the first look for you gamers out here. This kind of ties in with video games, I guess. Sonic the Hedgehog, if you know him, I'm pretty sure everybody knows him. He's getting a movie. Live action movie, that is. So like we saw earlier, Pikachu Detective Detective Pikachu is getting a movie, and they look fuzzy, furry little animals, kind of like I don't know. It's like everybody's excited for it, but I'm on the. I don't care either. It's gonna be interesting to watch, But yeah, it looks funny, hilarious. It's like it's based on the game, Detective Pikachu that's coming out. I think it came out. Did it? I don't know. I'm not so sure. But everybody was freaking out of Mime. What I don't get about Mr. Mime in that movie is like, why does he not talk? I know he's supposed to be like mime, like they don't talk, but pretty sure in the show he's still saying his name, mime, mime. Pretty sure he still says that. But hey, some people just don't do the research, I guess. But with Sonic the Hedgehog, get a first look at him, just the poster. I think it was revealed in Brazil or something. And it just shows a poster of how he's supposed to look. You don't see his face, which is interesting, because how are they gonna? They did say they were gonna go with his he has those big bug eyes type of thing. They ain't gonna go with that. And his head looks bigger than his body. If they're going with the original Sonic, and his head looks bigger than his body. But apparently this one doesn't. This one only has a normal head size. So that's gonna be interesting too. overall, people are like happy about it. Some people aren't. Some people are like, well, this guy's gonna look weird. Some people are like, yeah, childhood, nostalgic. Get to see him in the movies now. Live action. I'm guessing he's gonna be furry like Pikachu as well. From you can tell from the poster he's got like little furries. I don't know if that's his final look, but I think that's what they're going with. So let's see. The poster shows a couple of key updates to Sonic, and we had the opportunity to speak with the creative team behind the movie to find out new details about the upcoming movie. This time of Sonic's stories use him as a bit of a fish or hedgehog out of water. Sonic, voiced by Ben Schwartz, finds himself in our present day world, wherein that he develops a relationship with James Marsden's Tom Wachowski, and also finds himself at odds with Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. As expected, mayhem ensues. So I don't see anything like if they of any updates of how he's gonna look. It says the first thing you'll likely notice about the character is that he has fur, a bit of a no-brainer considering what he is, but still a markedly different visual depiction of Sonic than what we're used to. That was always stage one of adapting it to what the real world is and what a real animal would be like. I mean, that's understandable. I mean, it looks like if he would have fur. It would be weird and it would feel like he was running around nude if he was some sort of otter-like thing. It was always for us fur, and we never considered anything different. It's part of what integrates him into the real world and makes him a real creature. Alright. Then there are the shoes. We looked at every different variation of what shoes he's worn, and we're trying to pay homage to that and also make it current and present day in what we think of Sonic of today would wear. Free runs. He's gonna run on some Nikes. So it says, I don't think Sega was entirely happy with the eye decision, but so there's the eye this stuff. They're gonna make them normal eyes, but these sorts of things it's going to look weird if we don't do this. But everything is a discussion, and that's kind of the goal, which is to only change what's necessary and stay true to the rest of it. He is not going to feel like a Pixar character would, because I don't think that's the right aesthetic to make it feel like part of our world. Right, because his eyes, they're pretty like huge if you think about him. It's got that one that like his eyebrow, like not eyebrows, but the line of it going. Like his eyes, it's kind of like goggles on. I don't know. Okay, so I think, I mean, from what I've seen, from what I've read, is that he's not finalized. They're still talking about it. They're still trying to like come into terms. What do I think about this? I mean, it's the same way I feel like as with Detective Pikachu. Like everybody's saying that it's gonna be a good movie. Everybody's saying that there's nothing bad that they're saying about Detective Pikachu. But for me, it's like I'm not that excited. I'm not having high hopes for it. I'm not like I'm probably gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna probably go in there not expecting like a badass movie. I'm not expecting it to be like not even an 8 out of 10. So my hopes for Detective Pikachu are high. Same way I feel about this. If this is gonna happen, is I'm feeling the same way about this. Just because every time something like original video game goes into a movie, it doesn't go right. It doesn't go well. So that's just me. That's just how I feel. That's my perspective. Like I've seen things that start off with video games, and they put them into movies, and they don't come out right at all. Especially live action movies. So like, for example, Mortal Kombat. I don't think any of the Mortal Kombat movies were like amazing. I thought like maybe it was fun to watch, but like hilariously wise, like Like I'll laugh at it, you know. You know what I mean? Like I still have a good time watching. It's not like I'm gonna be like, hey, you want to watch a Mortal Kombat movie? No, no way, they suck, you know. No, that's not how I feel about it at all. It's like I'll say, hell yeah, man, it's like fucking Mortal Kombat. Why not? You know. So I'll probably like want. I mean, I'll probably still like I'm gonna watch these for sure, you know. No doubt about it. It's like because it's childhood stuff, you know. So it'll be fun to watch it for sure. You know, maybe have a couple laughs. But like, yeah, like I said, I'm not like too. I'm not like against it. You know, like do whatever you want, man. Like if you want to make a movie of Sonic the Hedgehog, like go for it. You know, try to make it as good as possible. You know, but I don't see it happening, like becoming a great movie at all. No way. But fun to watch, maybe. It'll most likely be fun to watch. You know, that's how I feel about it. Good luck with that, man. But yeah, same with Ted Pikachu. I have no high hopes for Ted Pikachu. Everybody does, you know. Everybody loves Pikachu, so they're like, "Oh, Pikachu! For Pikachu, so cute. You know, he's talking. Wow, has a hat." But for me, it's like, meh. You know, I'll watch it still, but you know. Anyways, going on with something that was crazy. It's like two nuns admit embezzling school funds for Las Vegas gambling trip. So this was at first I had it as accusing, but then I found this, and it says they admit it. They admit to doing this. So it says two nuns who worked for decades at a Catholic school in California embezzled a substantial amount of money from tuition and other funds and used it to pay for gambling trips to Las Vegas. Church officials have said. Sisters Mary Margaret Cooper and Lana Chang are believed to have siphoned off cash from tuition fees and donations at St. James School in Torrance near Los Angeles for at least a decade. Neither has been charged with a crime, which is weird. Why wouldn't they be, you know? Isn't that like stealing? I mean, to me, that's like stealing. I don't know. And then you're like stealing from a church. I mean, I'm not too much of a church person, but like, I mean, it's stealing from like where you work, from your workplace. I mean, they took cash from tuition fees and donations, so it's like, how are they not charged with a crime? Is it because they're nuns or something? Grouper was the school's principal, and Chang taught eighth grade students before the pair both retired this year. Wow, that's even crazier right there. A spokesman for the Archdiocese, I don't know, of Los Angeles, Adrian Alarcon, hey, what's up? Said the alleged theft was discovered during an audit routinely held after a principal leaves office. The total taken from the school was still being calculated, Alarcon said, adding he connected from reports that it was up to $500,000 or $500,000. In a letter to parents, Monsignor Michael Myers described the sum as substantial. This matter came to our attention during financial reviews in connection with the change in leadership at our school, he said, adding that no one else was implicated. At a meeting, he is reported to have told parents that around the same time as the audit, a family requested a copy of a check made out to the school, and staff noticed it had been deposited at a bank account that was not the school's. So they took the check and deposited it at a different account. I'm guessing the account where they were like saving the money. Myers said both nuns acknowledged the theft when confronted, apologized, and were cooperating with the investigation. He said they and their order, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, had promised to pay back the money. Okay. Sister Mary Margaret and Sister Lana have expressed to me and asked that I convey to you the deep remorse they each feel for their actions and ask for your forgiveness and prayers. Myers said in this letter they had their order pray that you have not lost trust or faith in the educators and administrators of the school. That's insane right there. Like I don't even know what to say about that. The Archdiocese has notified the police, but Myers said church officials did not plan to press charges and instead wanted to resolve the situation internally with the money repaid and the nun disciplined by their order. Alright, there's a little bit of discipline at least. However, some parents are reportedly angry at the route being taken and are trying to band together to push for criminal charges like no shit. We were an ATM and people know it and they won't ask for justice. Jack Alexander, a parent with a child at St. James told the Southern California News Group. Alright, so yeah, it just goes on with saying that they went off to gamble in Las Vegas. Oh, check this out. These nuns took a vow of poverty and said, "Oh no, we've got a rich uncle," said Alexander. The rich uncle was the parents of the St. James students. That's crazy, man. Another parent who did not wish to be named told Fox News, "I will honestly say that it's not shocking to me. There have been a couple of projects that they have been trying to get funded for many years that have unfortunately been unable to move forward with because of the lack of funding. But for others, the idea of a nun spending money was difficult to believe." See, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is why I'm not so much of a religion person. I don't go to church, you know. And people from my religion are like, "Well, aren't you like I'm Catholic." And then like family always tells me, like my own family always tells me, like, you should be going to church every Sunday. You know, you should be contributing to church, like give them money and stuff. But like, this is the things that it's things like this that make me like go against the church. Like it's nothing against religion for me. Religion is like that's a topic I don't really like want to talk about like so deep into. But like it's not like that I don't believe in like that. I mean, everybody has beliefs, right? Like their own beliefs. Like I believe in God and like you know, the devil and stuff, because that's what I wrote, like the devil and all that stuff, like the angels and all that. The story of the Catholics, because like the story of the Bible, of the Catholic Bible and stuff, because of how I grew up, you know, that's what I was brought into. But like I think like going to church and all that stuff, and like all that contributing the money to giving the money, and like it's all bullshit to me, man. Like I can't trust them, you know, like I don't trust them for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like the father and the nuns and all that, like the like just church in general is like I just can't believe in all that stuff just because like I don't know, it's like things like this, like you know, you see like in the stories like the priests like always rape sexual harassing kids. You've seen the stories of, I mean, look at this one. They take money, like from the funds and stuff, and they go off and like spend it on their own stuff. You know, like, who knows? Maybe you might see like a priest like with a fucking Lambo. You know, I don't know, but like it's like that. You know, stuff like this where I tell like when my parents, when they always tell me like, why aren't you going to church? Why aren't you going to church? Like you need to be going to church and stuff. But like it's things like this that's like, come on, well why? For me, I don't have to go to church in order to believe like that there's a God or believe in the religion. You know, it's like there's a difference right there. There's a difference. Like I don't have to give my money to the church either. Like it's like they're saying these things like, yeah, we're using this money to help so and so and stuff. You know, but like I just can't. Like the trust is gone right there. Like the trust is hard to get. You know, trust is hard to like. It's all about trust, and for me, it's like I can't trust the church or something. You know, it's like it's crazy. It's just like that's just me though. I understand if some people are like, well, you know, they call bullshit on me, but like, it's different. Like, I don't know if the church is actually using the money for good use or using the money for bad use. I don't know if the church is like all these things are like doing the right things. You know, it's like it's just my like in the back of my head, I'm always like thinking like no, I can't do this. Like I can't trust them and stuff. But like that's crazy, and they didn't even get charged with crime, but. I mean, that's maybe because they're nuns or something. I don't know. They get this, or maybe because they're retired nuns, but I don't know. Maybe they get this whole privilege or something that normal people don't get. You know, like you can't arrest somebody in church while they're in church or something like that. You can't kill people in church. Like we can't kill people nowhere, right? I'm crazy, but like apparently, like you can't arrest people. I don't know. That's crazy. It's like a whole different. World and whole different laws in church, you know, that are involved with the church, but to me it's like I don't believe. What I'm trying to say is I don't trust in the people that run the churches, but and that just because I don't do that, like I don't believe in any of that, has nothing to do with me believing like what my beliefs are, you know. So it's like I don't know. It bothers me every time. Like the whole that covers that the whole topic is crazy. You know, the whole topic is just like wild, man. It's like it's way too crazy, man. Religion, man. I can't even like. I feel like even what I'm like, what I'm saying is to make me look bad or like whether it makes me look bad or good. It's like whatever, man. You know, it is what it is. People have their own beliefs and stuff, so it's like I'm not even gonna get too much into the whole church and everything. Church. I feel like it's corrupt as well. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they take advantage. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, going on to video games, man. We got, if you know The Witcher, the Witcher, man, what a game. Witcher 3, what a game. Geralt will be a playable character in Monster Hunter World for you guys. So, Monster Hunter World. So if you play Monster Hunter, I mean, you got yourself a Geralt. And not only that, but the game will send players on Witcher-inspired quests. That's pretty dope. You know, especially if they bring in monsters from the Witcher, that'd be dope. Kind of like griffins and all that. I know the monsters from Monster Hunter are already crazy, but yeah, I don't know what they can do, but they can pull off something, so that's cool. So Project Red said the Geralt cameo in Monster Hunter World will offer a unique gameplay experience blending RPG mechanics of The Witcher 3 with Monster Hunter. That's dope. So that's gonna be interesting. I mean, I don't play Monster Hunter, but if players will get to utilize Geralt's signature fighting style, seamlessly blending swordplay, combat, magic, and assortment of Monster Hunter. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I don't play much of Monster Hunter, but I did play The Witcher 3. Game was really good. So if you like both games, you play both games. I mean, that's exciting for you guys. That's dope. So the event will come to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in early 2019. Geralt will come to the Windows PC version of Monster Hunter World at an announced date. So later that year. PC always gets the later dates, man. What's up with that? But apparently it's better, you know. I'm not a PC gamer, but for you PC players, gonna have to wait a little while. That'd be dope. So yeah, that's something real quick. And then just to finish off, there was this Witcher series also appeared in Bandai Namco's Soul Calibur. Oh yeah, he appeared in Soul Calibur series also as a guest character, so that was dope too. He's been quite around this time, you know. Geralt of Rivia. And for you Smash players, well, the Japanese Smash Bros players show Palutena doesn't get underwear policies. So I don't know if you guys know about like Japanese people. You guys are crazy. I love you guys. If you play the past Smash Bros games, you can see that Princess Peach when she flies and you pause the game, you rotate that camera. If you're trying to peek at Peach's panties, you don't see nothing. She has a dark void there. It's a mystery. You might say it's a mystery out there, you know. It's clothed in darkness, pretty much. Darkness. And it hasn't changed, you know. For Peach, it hasn't changed. It's always been like that, whether it's on the recent games, you know, later games. And it's still going to be the same for Smash Bros. Apparently. I'm pretty sure they already have it. I don't know if the game came out already for here in the United States. It's going to come out next week, I think. Or this week. Not sure. I'm not too sure. But Japan has it. They've had it, and they've shown that she still has that dark void. But Palutena doesn't. She doesn't get the same treatment, boys. She gets panties. Same color as a dress, whatever color you choose. And that's just a little bit out there for the little pervs out there. You little video game pervs. But hey, to each his own, right? To each his own. Whatever you guys are into. That's all I got. I got best music of 2018. What we're looking for in 2019. Well, I do listen to a little bit of everything, so I'm not too what do you want to say, like stuck on one thing. But if you guys got best music of 2018, your favorite music artist, whatever, please tell me in the description box below. That'd be interesting. Obviously for me, we'll go with like, I think we got. I'm a huge hip hop head. Even though I do listen to a little bit of everything. So like this year in 2018, we got to listen to Logic's Young Sinatra 4, John Bellion's Glory Sound Prep, pretty good. Probably the best one I've heard. Got some Kitsy Ghosts. And Sylvia Q's Apologies in Advance was pretty good. So if you guys want to check that out. If you guys want to check any of that out, go ahead. That's a couple good music that I've listened to this year. There was there was some other stuff as well. Khaled was dope. 2018. And for 2019, I mean, I'm looking out for Isaiah Rashad, Denzel Curry, More Logic, hopefully John Bellion, but I don't see it happening. Who else? Again, hopefully for Sylvia Q. I heard he was working on stuff, so that's gonna be good. Kyle. If you guys want to listen to some Kyle, that's dope for you. If you guys are into video games and like music, Kyle's pretty dope. His music's pretty awesome. Just saying that out there. Obviously, FIFA soundtrack. FIFA soundtracks are always the best, man. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, 2019 is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good year, especially for. I mean, believe it or not, hip hop, man. I know there's some bad stuff out there, but like, I mean, if you just look deep down inside, man, deep down, there's some good artists out there, you know. But yeah, let me know what you guys are looking forward to for 2019 when it comes to music. If you got any thoughts about this podcast, you know what we talked about. If you got any thoughts, any opinions, questions, comments, concerns, make sure to leave everything in the comment section below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. It's Some Young Podcast, man. Episode number 25. And we are out. Peace out. Remember, I forgot what I was gonna say, but check us out. Check out the live streams. My live streams. I'm gonna bring them back. Hopefully Tuesdays and Thursdays. So stay tuned for that. Try to do that Tuesdays and Thursdays. See the calendar up there. So if anything, I want to say in the afternoon. So maybe around 5-6 p.m. I don't know. Make sure to follow social media to find out the times. I will tweet ahead of time. So thank you again for watching Some Young Podcast. Stay tuned until next week. Every week new content. So peace out. Oh man, I'm hungry. Soup.